I did a workshop over in England where I told the group, I said, I'm going to make one drum, and then I'm not going to help you, but enough of you all will pay attention to where you can help each other. So I made that drum, and they all made their drums, and there was a wonderful, incredible workshop. It gave me an opportunity to let go of my codependence, which means I'm running around trying to help everyone, nobody's listening. So it helped them because they were building community and helping each other. So I'm going to stop there. So watching this, you don't have to listen to my words. Sometimes they even distract you from being present if they can. So as I start, we have our lacing and our drum head and our cedar frame. Often I have a pin here. I forgot the pin. That'll work. So I always put my name in it. I didn't do this in the beginning, but I like signing each drum because I've never made this drum before. And after making thousands and thousands of drums, this is still an amazing experience for me. It's like I'm seeing it with new eyes. Wow, having that same mystery about I get a chance to create something with my hand here. So I put Patrick, and I put 18-inch deer with cedar, and I put today's date, which is 11/13/12. And I usually put Cedar Mountain drums over here. Portland, Oregon. That's close. And then one of the metaphors of drum making is we stay centered. We stay in the center of this circle with equal overlap on all sides. This thing will shift as we make the drum, but it's important to come back to center, keep it centered. First offering is always to the mother. This drum that I make is said to be a mother's drum, a woman's drum, the grandmother drum. The woman, the earth, it connects us back to the earth. So when men drum, they don't think grounded, they feel grounded. So it grounds us, it brings us out of our head, into our bodies, into our hearts. So the first offering is down to the earth and back up through this first hole. So I made that offering from the earth to the sky. And then I go to the opposite side, which there's 16 holes in this circle. So I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I go to the opposite one, and I go from the sky down to the earth, and then back. And I bring this little tail over to about this diameter of the drum here. And then I do a little knot here, which is called a slip knot. So I make the number 4. Everybody see the number 4? And I put the little tail right there, and then I pull it tight. So that's called a slip knot, because I can take this and pull it and it'll come loose. So it's just an anchor. This is the anchor. This is your point where you begin. Say all journeys begin with an identification of where you are. So this would be where you start. And as we go around this, I go around sunwise, clockwise, the way you enter a sweat lodge, the natural way of clockwise. And we're going to walk all the way around this wheel with this lacing joining each hole, as if that's a point in the medicine wheel, where there's each one of these holes brings us information. If we work for these gifts of these 4 directions, it just reminds me of that prayer I did on my Hambleche, which is we start in the center and we walk out each direction, come back to center. So once I'll go through this hole to the right of where the knot is, put my lacing through there. Now some people pull it all the way through, and then, but I've got some shortcuts over the years of pulling 2 through at a time. And can I have that spray bottle over there, Mandy? Oops, thank you. So the other thing is we're doing a class on the teachings of the West, which is the water. So we keep the lacings moist, because you always make a drum with a wet rawhide, and as it constricts, as it dries, it gets its voice. It comes in tighter and tighter. So rawhide is a very powerful, very strong. They last lifetimes if you take care of your drum. So then we just keep walking around the wheel with each hole, then going to its opposite. I'll pull that through. Yeah, stay pretty centered. We have a little imperfection here. That was a hole. Oh dear. Learn to love the parts of ourselves that we sometimes judge, thank you, as not good enough. Sometimes we heal by going to the wound. So many of the drums that I make have holes in them, and the holes don't bother me, because my teacher says, well, you've got holes in you, what's wrong with a hole? He says, there's nothing wrong with a hole. He says, the hole is holy. He says, that's where the wound is. It reminds us to dance to those wounds, dance through them, feel them. They'll heal if we can heal them, feel them. So we're just walking around this wheel. So I don't worry too much about the tension on this go round, or the slack, or the tension. I'm just filling holes. That's just like lacing a shoe. Drum making is very simple. It's but a lot of spiritual paths are very simple. Well, the mind wants to complicate them. But okay, so we've completed the filling of the holes.